Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be talking about an event that I didn't initially want to cover, and I didn't think it's a big deal, but apparently it has turned quite controversial. And this event is Iron Man's comeback event. The gist of this event is quite simple, that if you haven't logged in the game for 2 months or more, then you get extra stuff if you come back. And it has caused quite a bit of controversy because the rewards in there, are quite desirable for a lot of people. Like, some people get, like, in this particular screenshot says 5 Nexus Cab crystals, but there are people who get up to 10 Paragon crystals, which technically would be about 2,000 units. And then we have uncollected relic crystals, where you can get, relics, and people get 3 weeks of Summoner Sigil. So this is a particular pain point to people who are playing the game diligently and would also like a few weeks of free Summoner Sigil. They also get 5-star Iron Man and some energy refills and stuff like that. And this obviously has caused quite a lot of people, to give Kabam like negative feedback and saying like, how come people that don't care about this game are getting free stuff when me working hard playing this game, doesn't get everything. And I get where those people are coming from, for sure. And a couple of years ago, I would definitely be kind of peeved off about it as well. Because it does kind of seem unfair from that perspective. It was like, I'm here every day grinding out events. Why Kabam just can't give me, random 10 Paragon crystals, energy refills, and stuff like that. And some 7-star shards and solo objectives, and there's like more stuff happening with that event. Right now, though, I don't know, is it because my, perspective has changed, or the view on the game and MCOC in general? I like that they are doing it. I want them to do this stuff, and I want them to do this stuff more often. I want them to do this stuff a couple times a year. Because ultimately, number one, so this is going to be my reasoning why I am perfectly okay with what Kabam is doing here. Reason number one is that anybody who plays this game remotely seriously, to a point where they could get upset that somebody gets some stuff, you get a lot more if you play the game for 2 months. Like, think about how many 7-star crystals or 6-star crystals you've opened in the last 2 months. Think about how many other shards or materials and catalysts you have earned in 2 months. Like 2 seasons of Battlegrounds, or season and a half, and Alliance War season, and Alliance quest, and monthly event quest, and side quest, and all that other stuff, and put it together, and it will absolutely dwarf whatever people are getting here. Like, if you play the game seriously. And I'm not talking if you're like a player and somebody gets some 7-star shards, and maybe you're not getting 7-star shards. I'm talking because all of these rewards are also based on progression levels. So if you're like a Paragon player or a Thronebreaker player, you get more than anybody who received this welcome back type package. So that's number one thing where I don't feel like somebody has now all of a sudden received all this good stuff and I have gotten nothing. In reality, over the course of 2 months, I have earned a lot more. Like, turn this around from the other perspective. If Kabam gave you an offer telling you, don't log in the game for 2 full months and you're going to get these rewards. If they had given you, let's say, a warning, everybody who logs out of the game for 2 months is going to get this stuff at the end of it. Would you do it? I don't think many people would. Because number one, if you like the game, you want to play the game, obviously. Number two is you get more rewards for doing so. Not like they get more stuff that you earned in the last 2 months. So that's point number one. Point number two, this game's old. The game is not as big as it should have been. This game could have been having so many more players by a factor of 10. We need to look at, real life situation. Kabam has had a lot of issues with bugs and pissing off players, and they definitely haven't done the best job they could have retaining people. There are so many people who have downloaded this game and tossed it aside after a month, a year, 2 years, 3 years. There are plenty of people who go away and come back at times. And I think it is a good thing to get more people back playing the game. Simple as that. I think more players playing MCOC is good. And if something like this, brings additional 3 or 5 or 10,000 players back that otherwise maybe wouldn't have come, awesome. I think it's great. I think Kabam should do this more often. I think this should be like a semi-permanent thing, like several times a year. Especially, and here's going to be the last point, if Kabam does make this a semi-frequent thing where they do this, every 3 months or something like that, or every 2 months, people might not be as terrified to take a break. Because at the moment, when you play this game, there is this feeling where you have built this account and you progressed and you're up somewhere here in the game. And I have been hearing more and more people that, are coming back to the game after half a year break or after a year's long break. And it's like, can I catch up? Can I still play the game? And I always say, yes, you can. But if you chose to take a break for a couple of months from the game, knowing that you're going to get some goodies coming back, it would be better for everybody. Because you wouldn't feel so stressed or pressed when you are on your break. And when you're coming back, you'd feel better that, Kabam's helping you a little bit to catch up to what you have missed. And at the moment, we have a ton of players who are thinking about quitting or thinking about needing a break, but they still force themselves to log in the game, or they still force themselves to play just like Weaker Alliance or, build a retirement alliance or something like that. If Kabam made this into an actual thing, if Kabam actually made a commitment that's like, every 3 years, let's say, or every 3 months or every 2.5 months, something like that, there's going to be some sort of event or a package or something like that you can claim when you're coming back, I think that would just encourage more healthier relationship in between the summoners themselves and the game itself, where, again, you would feel like you have this option of, putting the game away for a bit and coming back, and you're not going to be as far behind, or there's going to be some, incentive for you to come back. So ultimately, I'm fine with them doing this. I actually encourage it. I think we need more of this. Because, would I like these rewards? Would I like 10 Paragon Crystals and some 7-star shards? I'm like, yeah, of course I would. Would I trade those rewards or double or triple or quadruple of those rewards for not logging in the game and not playing for several months? No. Because again, you do get a lot more. And that's pretty much my stance. I do get why people are pissed. I do get where you could go in the thought process of, it's like, I'm grinding my ass off here and I get nothing. But you do get stuff. You do get the rewards all the time. You do get resources on your account every day, unlike if you're not logging in. And as I said before, if this does kind of tick you off, if you are somewhat pissed off, then think of it the other way around. If Kabam offered you these rewards for you not to log in 2 or 3 months in a game, would you do it? If the answer is yes, then you're clearly, not happy with the game to begin with, and you're clearly not going to be happy with Kabam's doing here. Because if you're actually playing the game, if you want to play the game and earn the rewards and progress, you would never take them up on that offer, knowing that you can progress so much more in those 2 or 3 months than whatever they're offering here. So that is my stance. And again, as with all of these issues, I'm perfectly willing to listen to all of you and take your feedback, and I do read virtually all of the comments on my videos. I just ask that you guys, remain civil. I expect to hear both perspectives. I expect people to say, it's like, oh, this sucks. I wanted this stuff. Kabam shouldn't do this. And I expect, people to say also, it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's good that Kabam's trying to get more of the old players back. Again, I think, the more players are playing the game, the overall better game we can have. But that's me. Again, I'm not saying I'm necessarily 100% right. I'm just saying that this is the way I look at it, which is exactly why I like what Kabam did here. I have, zero kind of issue with Kabam doing it. In fact, I want them to do it more. I want them to make some sort of commitments and, give people some sort of clarifications that this could be some sort of regular thing or something like that. And again, I think it would work out better for every party involved. I think Kabam would get more players and summoners and potentially paying summoners. And I think people would feel less pressed to, log in when they are burnt out of the game. So let me know what you guys think about this stuff. And as always, I will catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information